So I got involved with Holos Hope. I guess it all started about 15 years ago. Got really interested in human trafficking and knew I wanted to work with women at some capacity. I'd hit kind of a low point in my life and had no idea how that was going to happen because I said I was never going to go back to school. Ended up going back 3 times actually, and ended up working with children who had been abused, and was a forensic interviewer and therapist for those children. And it was heavy, day in and day out, hearing about the abuse. And so I left one place that I was working and started a private practice, and thought I was going to be finished with the abuse side of things, and that ended up being about 90% of my clientele. And then just last February, over a cup of coffee, human trafficking got brought up again, and that flame, that passion inside of me just got lit really big, and felt God calling me to do something, and had a very clear vision of what that was supposed to be, and wanted a 2-year long-term residential program that was a very holistic approach. Because I was finding that a lot of facilities, they may offer the safe housing or 30 to 90 day treatment program, but then these women are going right back out into the streets. And so I finally found a place in Nashville that's been around over 25 years and has a very substantial success rate, and got in touch with them and became a sister organization of they're called Thistle Farms. And they said, here's our stuff, make it your own. So they said, now just be prepared to get to where you're opening your doors. It's about 2 to 4 years, more on the 4-year end. I thought, we got all the time in the world. I'm going to get that word out, do research, everything. Ended up and met a gentleman about 3 months into the process, and he said, what you don't realize is people that I've worked with, we've been praying for 8 years for someone to do what you're wanting to do in the Shoals area. And the chill bumps came up, and I got very emotional, and because what I thought was happening really fast, for them it had taken 8 years. I call everything has moved at what I call God's speed. Doors were opening, and from the beginning I said, God, if you want this to happen, you open the doors wide open, and if you don't, then slam them shut, so there's no question in my mind. And I said, I don't want any recognition for this. I want you to get the glory, and I'm just going to be obedient every step of the way. We had the house purchased by about October, got it painted, fixed up by November, opened in January, had our first resident in the beginning of February. And so since then, we have served 7 women. We currently have 4, and I turn away 1 to 2 women a week because we don't have the capacity. So I would say what drives me, or is my passion, are the women themselves. We see them literally come in off the street, and sometimes they don't have any teeth, sometimes they're skin and bones, sometimes they have literally a bag of clothes to their name. And the transformation we've seen in these women in 2, 3, 6 months, some of them has just been amazing. They're healthier. We have one that she got full teeth, and she smiles now with such pride. And hearing the amends that are being made with their family, and that the families are starting to open their hearts up to them again, and just seeing the healing. I've been told by one, this is the first time I've ever had a family. This is the first time I've ever felt safe in my life. And just the excitement of having simple things like a bed to sleep in, it's very humbling. There are days that are hard, I'm not going to lie, that we thought, what are we doing? We're crazy. We don't know what we're doing. This is something it's uncharted territory in this area, and I'm trying to get the community on board. But you see those women, and they keep me going. When I found out I was going to be a finalist, I was completely shocked. I was very humbled that I was even nominated for it, and I just jokingly told my mom, I said, Mom, God didn't listen. I told him I didn't want recognition, that I was just going to be in the background of this, but just hoping that I was very humbled and honored. I think it'd be hard to put into words what it would mean for me, just because of the journey of this past year, personally and professionally. But I would hope that I could use it as a platform to get the word out about Holos Hope and about these women. And I could just see so many amazing things happening, with that recognition. But mainly, for these women, it would just be a huge honor. It takes all of us. I wouldn't be here without them. So